Hi, my name is Officer Eugene Mackey with the Fallcroft Police Department. On the night of November 15th, around approximately 10:30 at night, myself and Officer Tommy Kessler and Officer John Walsh were at the Pacific Pride gas station on Hook Road when a call came out for a shooting in our neighboring town, Darby Township.
I am Officer Mummo, Sharon Hill Police Department, Delaware County, Pennsylvania. On November 15th, 2014, I was on routine patrol in the borough when myself and other officers received an emergency call from radio dispatch stating that there had been a gunshot victim in Darby Township.
And once we got on scene, I noticed that it was a man holding a child in his arms with a gunshot wound to the face. I asked him how old the child was. He told me he was 10 years old, and when my instincts kicked in, I just grabbed the child out of his arms and ran for a police car.
Officer Mackey came carrying the child in his arms. At that point, I opened up a car door, a Fallcroft police car, and we got the child in the back seat of the car. I
asked Momo to get in the back seat with the child and that I was going to drive to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, we radioed to our communication center that we needed all the intersections blocked from the scene to the hospital.
We left immediately from the scene. At that time, I started doing chest compressions to make sure that the child was still able to breathe.
So while en route, all the sector cars from Sector 4 blocked every intersection from the scene on Calkin Hook Road to Fitzgerald Mercy Hospital.
He appeared to be lifeless or unconscious at that time. His breathing was shallow and his eyes were open. So while en route to the hospital, I again kept going with the chest compressions while Officer Mackey drove us to Fitzgerald Mercy Hospital.
And when we got to the hospital, I carried him from the car into the hospital ER to the emergency room.
The child was given over to the doctors and nurses at Fitzgerald Mercy Hospital, where within another couple of minutes the child began to have positive vital signs, which was absolutely amazing for us to realize that this child just suffered a gunshot wound to his head and was now having positive results with his vital signs.
At the scene, it was just, I was shocked that we had no idea it was a child until we got to the scene and seen him in his dad's arms.
We're used to dealing with tragedies as far as adults, but when we realized, and when I got there and realized it was a child, it does make it harder. It makes it harder on the officers that a child's involved in such a tragic incident.
I didn't know if he was going to be all right or not until I watched him take a breath on his own at the hospital. While I was laying in the bed, he started breathing on his own again.
It's good to know that night that the child was responding. The Children's Hospital people, ambulance crew came out, which do a wonderful job. They came immediately up to the hospital and were able to transport the child from Fitzgerald Mercy back to Children's Hospital.
The care that he got was phenomenal. It was a great team effort. We got him from the scene, from the initial call to the hospital in under 4 minutes.
We brought the child toys, check on his parents.
I was there 2 days ago, I believe, and he's out of his, he's off the ventilator. He's moving around on his own. He's expected to go to rehab the next week or so. So he's improving.
And we're just hoping for a full and speedy recovery.